Do you feel like you struggle a little bit with stepping forward from downward facing dog? Maybe you feel like there's just not enough room for your leg, or maybe you feel like you don't have enough strength to get your leg forward. This video is for you. We're going to talk today about how to step forward from downward facing dog. If you're new here, my name is Heather. If you're returning, welcome back to my channel. And today what I want to do is talk you through a couple different things that you can practice as you are getting your body ready to step forward from downward facing dog. What I'm talking about here is you come into downward facing dog and maybe your instructor says, inhale, lift your right leg high, exhale, step forward between the palms of your hands, and you start to bring your knee forward and your foot's hitting the mat. And you just feel like you can't get that foot all the way through in between the palms of your hands to do what your yoga teacher is guiding you through. So maybe it could be a couple of different things. There's several reasons why we might have to find different ways to step forward from downward facing dog. A couple things can be, maybe we have some different anatomical differences between our bodies, okay? So some people have longer legs, some people have longer arms. I have pretty long legs. So when I try to step forward, my foot hits the ground. That happens quite frequently until I have figured out a couple different things that helps me to be able to step forward freely from downward facing dog. If you have extra flesh in the front of your body, maybe you've got the tatas, these can kind of get in the way too. So there's a lot of different reasons why you might feel like you're struggling stepping forward from downward facing dog, okay? So it's totally okay. It's not like it needs to look the same for everybody. You just got to figure out what is the best option for you and your body and how things are working for you today, okay? So I'm going to give you a couple options. The first here is to create some additional space between you and the ground. And one thing you can do is take yoga blocks and place your palms on the blocks themselves. If you don't have yoga blocks at home, you can use books, something a little bit thicker here to just it brings the ground up to you, okay? And it helps you create some additional space here. And if you're interested in purchasing some yoga blocks for your use at home, I do have a video on the difference between the cork ones and the foam ones. You can check that out. But if you come into downward facing dog, I have a little bit more room here now, okay? So I have a little bit more room between my hip and the ground. So inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step forward. I have a lot more room here for my foot to get through, okay? So that is one option that you can do to step forward in downward facing dog. If you don't have yoga blocks, maybe you're in a class and you just didn't grab them, or they just don't have them, or you don't have them at home, there's a couple other things that you can do here, okay? So you're in downward facing dog. Notice here, I'm one of those people that my heels don't touch all the way down to the ground, okay? This might look different for you than it will for me, okay? So you might be somebody who your heels touch all the way down, maybe not. But one thing you can do is you can come up onto your tippy toes here and see how that brought my hips up a little bit higher up to give me some more room, that as I inhale, lift your right leg high, exhale, step forward between the palms of your hands. All right. Notice here how I just naturally popped up onto my fingertips. It's something I do because I have long legs. I need that extra room. So that's another option that you can do too, is you can pop up onto your fingertips here, and that's going to give you some more room. So if you come up onto your tippy toes, your fingertips, inhale, raise your right leg high, step forward. All right. So that's just something I sort of naturally do because I figured out a long time ago that's what works for me. So it might work for you. So you can try that out as well. So you might put your hands on blocks. You might step up onto your tippy toes. You might come up onto your fingertips. That's going to give you some additional room to be able to step your foot forward. Now, more options here because we got a lot of options. I like to give options. So you might go from downward facing dog. You might actually try this from tabletop instead. So your instructor might say, inhale, raise your right leg high. Exhale, step forward. Just sweep your foot out to the side and step forward. Move your hand out of the way and step forward. Okay? Inhale, raise your right leg high. Exhale, step forward between the palms of your hands. See, I just moved my arm out of the way and I did it. All right? Your yoga practice. You get to do what you want to do. Your instructor's there to give you some suggestions. You make the decisions of what's best for your body. So that's an option for you as well. Also, don't be afraid to use your hand to just guide your foot forward. Okay. So maybe if you're in tabletop or downward facing dog, and inhale, raise your right leg high. Exhale, step forward, and I kind of get it right here. Use your right hand, plop it forward. Okay. It's there. Use it. All right. You don't need to look like a 20-something Instagram influencer. That's not the goal here. Okay. That's not the goal of yoga. So those are a couple different options to help you step forward from downward facing dog. So if you find this video helpful, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and send it to somebody who you think might find it helpful. I'm also curious to know, what other areas of yoga do you feel like you want some additional help with? Do you have any poses, things that you want to try, but you can't quite figure out how to make it work for your body? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. I'll make a video about it.